So these conspiracy theories about aliens and their existence will make you question everything. And remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Let's check it out.
You're on the Foreign Affairs Committee and you're really involved in foreign affairs. There's been a lot of articles lately about UFOs. I know this question is a little out there. Is there any truth to any of this?
Well, we don't know. All I've said is we have people that have very high clearances, both today and in the past, who did really important work for our government or continue to do important work for the government, who have come forward with some claims about the U.S. having in the past recovered exotic materials and then reverse engineered those materials to make advances in our own defenses and technologies. That's the claim they make. Now, I don't know if those claims are true or not. What I do know is that one of two things is happening here. Either they're telling the truth, and that is something that obviously would be the biggest story in human history, or we have people in really important positions of government who are crazy and who are out there making up stories and who are still in positions of importance. Either one is a big problem. So we've got to figure out which one of these two it is.
You're on the Foreign.
Both of those things can be true. In fact, I'm of the belief that both of those things are true. You know what I mean? People in higher government positions that are crazy and that UFOs are a thing. You know what I mean? Why else does it keep coming back up? This has been going on for decades, centuries. Why does this keep coming back up then if there's no truth to it? Explain that part.
I can't believe the government just confirmed aliens and I still have to go to work. That's not what fucking happened. That's not what happened. This is like a giant telephone game where the more things are shared and the videos are made, the more the information becomes completely wrong. Now, don't get me wrong, I am a skeptic. However, I truly believe there is life out there. I think it would be absolutely silly to think that we're the only life in the universe.
See?
But what happened the other day at that hearing was not the government saying that we have confirmed that we have been hiding aliens. It is literally the opposite. It couldn't be any farther from the truth. It was Congress listening to a man who used to work for the military tell his story of how he heard another man hear another man that witnessed, supposedly, allegedly, that there were non-human biologics that the military is hiding from Congress. They were listening to his story and basically investigating. That's all it was. It wasn't our government. It was a man telling a story with absolutely no evidence. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof, and right now we have absolutely zero. However, I do think it's a step in the right direction, and maybe, after some investigating, maybe something will happen, and we will find out that it's completely true. Who knows? But right now, that's not what happened. I can't believe...
First of all, I respect him for being a skeptic and still saying, you know what I mean? I feel like we're not the only ones out there. It'd be crazy to think that. That's something, I'm not a skeptic, but that's something I've been echoing. I've been saying that for the longest. It's just something in me that won't allow me to believe we're the only ones, we're the only life forms in this universe, in this galaxy. It's hard for me to believe. You know what I mean? Now, he went further on to say that this is a guy, he was talking about like David Grush. You can't say this is a guy. This is these were pilots and you know what I mean? On that panel list, there were some pilots there, highly decorated pilots, bro, that gave information about things they had seen, right? Now, he did go on to mention about speaking to other people that worked in certain positions within certain agencies of the government that has seen things. That's a fact. He did say that. So that part is completely understandable. But what about when the pilot talked about the Tic Tac thing they had seen? That part.
I brought the 8-person tent, or the 6-person tent. I haven't pulled this thing out in a long time, so I thought first of the season I should pull that out, give it a go. It's about that time. Sun is setting. It's about 8 o'clock. Should be dark out here in less than an hour. We can get a little bit over there to the trees. Beautiful night. Definitely going to be turning in early though. I've been woken up by god noises. Yeah, you can hear it. It's up from that side. Sounds right outside the tent. There's someone right outside the tent. That can't be. That gets us.
Why?
That's someone's messing around with the rocks out there. Jesus Christ. Leave me alone! Flashlight. I can't see a god thing.
Anybody else feel like they're in the movie The Blair Witch Project right then?
Outside this night vision. Jesus Christ. I don't know where the chased me off. Now I'm wandering the god darkness. Flashlight. Jesus Christ. I brought the 8.
Listen, man. Whether that was real or fake or not, it makes you think. It sparks a conversation. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what to believe in that one. I ain't like it, bro. I'm not of the belief or I'm not a person that's going to go in the woods and just be out there unprotected. You're in a tent. Anybody can walk up on you, this type of tent especially, and walk up on you from any angle and have the drop on you. And it don't sound like he had anything to protect himself. Like, that is unbelievable to me that people would go out there. Like, you're just asking for it, in my opinion, bro. But this video reads, solo camping guy went missing years after, and this is his last video. The last thing he recorded will haunt you forever.
So the government had a conference about UFOs and confirming the existence of a non-human intelligent species. Did you watch it? Probably not. It was 2 hours long. I watched it and I just compiled it into a 10-minute video giving you all the highlights. Stay tuned.
Ryan Fobbs Graves, and I'm a former F-18 pilot with a decade of service in the U.S. Navy, including 2 deployments in Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Inherent Resolve. I have experienced advanced UAP firsthand, and I'm here to voice the concerns of more than 30 commercial aircrew and military veterans who have confided their similar encounters with me. Today, I would like to highlight 3 critical issues that demand our action. As we convene here, UAP are in our airspace, but they are grossly underreported. These sightings are not rare or isolated, they are routine. Military aircrew...
Now, I'm not going to watch this whole thing because we watched several clips on this channel. Just go check it out. But again, to the guy saying, just a guy, they're not just guys talking about this, okay?
I love the theory that aliens evolved from dolphins, and don't tell me it's not true. Like, I know it's for fun. But basically, with all of this news out about the aliens lately, one of the things I was most interested in from like a year ago is that a lot of these UFOs are actually USOs, unidentified submerged objects. And basically it's all underwater. So it's led a lot of people to say, are aliens in the water? We did an episode all about this. And you know how people are like, humans evolved from monkeys? Well, they think that aliens evolved from dolphins. And that's why they're called the Greys, because of their gray alien skin. And as you can see, it's kind of like whenever people I don't know, visualize them, they do kind of have like that rubbery skin like dolphins. And everybody's like, well, dolphins are super intelligent. So then they turned into, I say everyone, it's a few people. And they're like, so they turned into aliens. And also all of these USOs are submerged in water like dolphins. So these aliens came from dolphins. Then it also gets into other theories people have where they think that the ocean is space and space is the ocean. If you do think there's interesting stuff, right? Even down to the language, right? A space ship. Or how those creatures at the bottom of the ocean, to me that is a alien. First of all, have you seen an octopus? But that is a creature living in a world that we can't inhabit, an alien world. Anyway, we talk more about the ocean space thing in this recent podcast I did with Jenny from Red Room. Yeah, I don't know about you. I just cannot find it in myself to, get it up for this alien stuff coming out now. I don't know why. I should be all over it, but it's just not like enticing me. Anyone else? I love the theory that aliens evolved.
Never heard about a theory of aliens coming from dolphins. You know what I mean? The whole USO theory, unidentified submerged objects. Now, I am of the belief that aliens are or could be in the ocean. If that's a possibility, then I could definitely see that. You seen some of the stuff that's down there? I wholeheartedly 1000% believe that maybe a meteorite hit the water with some type of life forms on it and put it in the ocean, and they've just evolved there. You know what I mean? We've seen some transparent creatures down there, like squids, different things like that, other kind of species of fish or different kinds and forms. We've seen some things down there that just make me believe that that could be a possibility. So I do agree. Maybe not them coming from dolphins. I don't see that, but who am I? That's just me. I don't see that, but yeah, that. And then again, the people saying that space is ocean, spacecraft, all that type of stuff goes hand in hand. All that space is actually underwater. I don't know. But a lot of people do talk about and believe those theories as well.
We, NASA, have taken for the first time concrete action to seriously look into UAP. And this independent study team is exactly that. It's independent. They work to develop recommendations about how NASA could better examine them from a scientific perspective. And the top takeaway from the study is that there is a lot more to learn. The NASA independent study team did not find any evidence that UAP have an extraterrestrial origin. Okay. But we don't know what these UAP are.
See how when he says that it's always followed by a but we don't know. So it's like they give you mixed signals.
That's why I'm announcing that NASA has appointed a NASA director of UAP research. They are being tasked with developing and overseeing the implementation of NASA's vision for UAP research.
That's what you call a pacifier right there. You ever remember the pacifier your parents gave you when you're like a year old, 2 years old, so you can be quiet? That's what he just said right there. We have a team that's going to be dedicated to this. Pass it in your mouth right there so we can shut up.
We will use NASA's expertise to work with other agencies to analyze UAP. We will use AI and machine learning to search the skies for anomalies. We, NASA, have taken for the first time concrete action to seriously look into UAP. And this independent study team is exactly that. It's independent. They worked.
I'm just saying. Just that? No, bro. That was a pacifier. Do y'all believe him? Does he even look believable to y'all? I didn't think so. I didn't even have to hear y'all, but I knew a lot of y'all agree with me. Y'all don't believe him either. Me neither. We could start to see through the BS that they be trying to feed us on all fronts, man. We could see it. It's almost to the point we could smell it coming a mile away too, bro. I know that's weird, but yeah, we can.
I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the news lately, but they just confirmed that aliens exist and that they have aliens in holding or whatever. Something really weird's been happening since they discovered aliens, and every time I talk about it on my social media, it gets taken down. I don't know if you guys saw my first video, but something weird has been happening. Ever since they released the news about aliens, like, existing, there's just... What the... okay, my power just frickin' went out. My computer, my bathroom TV, everything just went out. Okay, this is... And my light switch is turned on, so that's cool. Alright. I was literally just laying in my bed and I kept hearing stuff outside. Guys, I just saw something and... Do you see that?
I don't know why I feel like she's trolling, bro. This is just this whole thing brings the trolls out of everywhere. And although I love a good troll, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really mad at it. We have to laugh in these moments as well. So I kind of welcome the trolling. I don't get mad or upset about it. You know what I mean? Some people get upset. Oh, you're not taking this serious. This is very, yes, it's serious. You know what I mean? But we also can't get too stressed out about this, bro. So I welcome the trolls.
Welcome to Theories About Aliens that may or may not lead you down a rabbit hole. This one says that aliens are not extraterrestrial beings, but are rather or extra-dimensional beings that are already on Earth. We just can't experience them because they're on a whole other wave. Reported sightings and abductions can be explained through glitches in the Matrix, or those that have experienced them are just on a different level of consciousness. So some people have this idea that aliens are superior to us. This is amplified, like in movies, for example. But what if they're just as technologically advanced as us, or even less so? Like, what if they just don't have the technology to come visit us, their version of aliens? Maybe they're in the same boat as us. Just food for thought. Kind of in contrast to this, if they did have the technology to come visit us, wouldn't they be able to also disguise themselves? Maybe as our doppelgangers? Or maybe they've already visited us and they just weren't impressed enough to investigate any further. Welcome to Theories About Aliens.
That's true. We always, and I'm of that, we always like to think that they're more advanced than we are. You know what I mean? I've always kind of I was clinging on to that theory a lot. So for her to say, well, maybe not. Isn't that what it's about? Trying to look at it from several different angles. So her theory of maybe they're the same as us. Maybe that's possible. And that's probably why we haven't seen them. Maybe we're running this race neck and neck. And we haven't figured out how to move around in space, travel at the speed of light, be able to withstand all of the elements that space could throw at us. And maybe they're in that same boat trying to figure it out. So maybe some of those signals that we think are communication signals that are in space are them actually trying to figure out if there's other life forms out there as well. All great possibilities, man. That's the main thing. When you're looking at this stuff, you gotta look at it from several different angles.
So the government essentially confirmed that aliens exist?
No, they didn't. They confirmed that the United States has recovered, and I quote, non-human biologics from alleged crash sites, and that the United States is in possession of UAPs, which is their modern term for UFOs.
True.
That said, if a drone that someone slapped together that the United States cannot identify crashes and hits a bird, and they take the bird corpse, that is a UFO and non-human biologics.
But at the same time, I'm with him with everything he's saying, but at the same time, they did come out and say that these are not. When they went back and reviewed all these unidentified objects, they ruled out that what was not drones, right? And I think it left like 700 things unidentified.
I should also point out that this kind of thing tends to come out often when the government is on some other hot nonsense that they do not want being at the top of the news.
So the government...
That is also true. We always have to keep that in the back of our mind. He is lying there, bro. I often ask myself, okay, what am I not seeing? Sit back, view the whole thing. Don't be so zoomed in, laser focused, tunnel vision. Also zoom out so you can see the whole board, so you know what's going on, and to make sure, most importantly, they ain't trying to play you.
I mean, just the probability of it is you'd go, oh, there's probably something else out there, and I'm not crazy. I'm just opening up the possibility that we are not the only planet that has life on it.
I think people don't like to seem silly.
I mean, just the probability.
And what are they scared of? Like, especially in these days and time, I can understand back in the day when if you hit the tabloid and you were viewed as crazy, you know what I mean? It seemed like the end of the world for you. So you wasn't risking your reputation like that. These days, have you picked up social media lately, bro? Everybody seems crazy, off their rocker, delusional, and whatever else. So these days of time, why would you even care about being viewed any type of way? If anything, this era has allowed people the freedom and the space to be who they want and to not care about being judged about it.
One day there's some sort of a critical exchange and they go, that's it, that's enough. And they just, a giant ship hovering over the battlefield where everybody's like, holy. And you realize that this thing is from another planet. It sends out a bunch of satellite ships and they come down and these things get out.
It's not far from reality.
Would you do it that way if you were an alien, or would you force these dummies to create artificial intelligence that eventually takes them over? One day there's...
I think that's a perfect place to stop right there. Because the entire time he talked about that, I could see the scenes from the movie Independence Day so clear and vividly, man. And we don't know how the introduction will be. We have ideas. We have hopes. I think all of us hope that it won't be violent. We hope it'll be friendly, a friendly introduction to us. But in the back of our minds, we know where it can go. That's why I said I think it's wrong for them to, if they do have information, to keep us in the dark, man. We should all be preparing ourselves if this is what we're dealing with. We should have an opportunity to try at least to come together and prepare ourselves the best of our abilities and know-how. That's all I'm saying. But listen, man, y'all get at me in the comment section and let me know what you thought of this video, bro. And stick around and stay tuned. Till the next one, I'm gone.